Welcome to Coffee and Conversation. My name is Honorine, and today I'm with Jhamieka Greenwood, who is pursuing a master in computational science and who is about to graduate in a month with her master. Jhamieka, thank you for being with me today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
First, let's start with an introduction from you.
Okay. Well, my name is Jhamieka Greenwood. I'm a master's student in the Department of Scientific Computing. I started in 2017 taking some classes, officially got into the department in 2020 and about to graduate next month in the summer graduation. And then in the fall of this year, 2022, I'll be starting the PhD with a specialization in fire dynamics. Yeah, that's exciting.
Wow, awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. So it'll be in the same department I'm in, but kind of also with GFDI, which is FSU's Geophysical Fluid Dynamics Institute. So it'll be like a partnership with both departments.
Oh, that's awesome. And so you said you started your classes in 2017. Did you do your bachelor also at FSU?
So I did my bachelor's at FAMU in chemistry, and then I worked at the State Department Environment Protection for a few years. And then while working there, I decided to pursue my master's. So then I started taking classes to kind of fill in some gaps because I came from chemistry. So I didn't have like the math and programming classes for computational science. So I took some classes while I was working to fill in the gaps and kind of catch up and everything. Starting from my bachelor's, I kind of taught myself how to program, but I wanted those actually foundational skills. So then I took some programming classes at FSU to get ready for my master's.
Wow. And what made you want to pursue a master's degree while you were already working? You were already on the field, I guess.
I always wanted to keep going in my education and pursue an advanced degree. But once actually working in the field of chemistry, it wasn't as fulfilling as I thought it was going to be. And then I've always had like a knack in just I love computers and gaming. So I just thought what's just the perfect time to try to make the switch if I can do it. So and I did.
So you said you like computer and gaming, and now you said you are in fire dynamics. It's different things, isn't it?
Kind of, sort of. So in fire dynamics, we use a lot of scientific visualizations, which takes a lot of knowledge on computer graphics. So from that's kind of the bridge transition. So I've been into gaming and playing Sims, other games on major consoles like PlayStation 4. And so I've always been really interested in how they make the effects, the graphics. And so I really wanted to learn about that. And then once I found out about a scientific computing, I saw you can use computer graphics as a tool to solve complex problems, investigate different things like fire. Because a lot of times, because I've been learning, in the field, we can get out there and learn in application, how fire behaves, how we can figure out how to mitigate wildfire risk. But we can't fire is hot, is dangerous, so we need a tool in the lab where we can study these components that contribute to fire spread. So we use computer graphics, GPUs in a lot of ways to be able to do that in the lab. And so I've kind of started spearheading a project in GFDI to be able to do that.
And where does this interest in wildfire come from?
So in the recent news, it's in California, every year we have big wildfires, and they the temperature, global warming, the increase in climate change contribute to that. And so on the east side of the United States in Florida, so the interest came into we don't have we we use fire like in farming skills. We don't have like major like dangerous wildfires that get out of control, and so we use like prescribed burns as a tool. And so that's going out there burning acres of land to like burn off like the fuels, like different like shrubs, dead leaves, stuff like that. The fuels that are that increase the fire when it happens. So we and on the east side, like in Florida, we have those tools, but and it helped us like study and understand wildfires. So yeah, so that interest kind of grew, like that difference, and then plus I come from a small town that use it for farming, and then so and for wild to mitigate wildfire risk, and so that interest grew, and then using it applied to computational tools.
So you were in the work field, and then you went back to school, now pursuing a PhD. What do you have in mind for the future? Do you want to go back to working like in an office, or would you rather work like as a professor, or do you plan on using your research on wildfire and go to California or Australia where fires get crazier than in Florida?
So far, so like in my research during my master's degree, I've been, developing simulation, but with it, I'm going to apply it onto GFDI sand table, which uses augmented reality techniques. And so I've really grown an interest into that. So during my PhD, I want to keep studying like AR and VR tools. And then after, I would like to go into in the industry and keep developing AR and VR tools.
Whoa.
So hopefully towards fire, but also it can be used in a lot of different applications besides fire. You can use it in education and health, the entertainment industry. So it can be used in a lot of ways.
So when you said VR, it's virtual reality, right?
Yeah,
And
virtual
so
reality.
what do you have in mind? Like, do you have in mind a program that could be used in fire schools, or do you have more in mind like a video game that would also teach players how to maybe react in front of a wildfire, or how to prevent wildfires?
A little bit of both, but more importantly, something that I can use like for scientists and firefighters, like to use for training, like for safety, something like that. And then also to educate the public, because in that I am big on like outreach and like educating others, especially like the youth. I work with a coding camp, and part of that, I have the component to show them the sand table and different ways you can use it to just kind of educate them on how we can use fun things like computer graphics in something serious like this. So
That's awesome. And besides being a good scholar and a good student, what do you like to do on the side?
like I said, I'm really into video games. That's kind of my hobby. For fun, video games, hanging out with friends, but really like networking and getting into like outreach programs. That's really been fun. We have a summer camp coming up in about 2 weeks, like at the beginning of July, called Create with Code. We started it last summer, and then this would be our second time doing it. So I'm really hoping to like keep it going to like really like show like high schoolers or incoming undergraduates that scientific computing is cool. Like, we do a lot of fun stuff. You can use it in a lot of ways, and then just teach them how to program. We use the Python coding language as the introductory programming language. Hoping to expand it to include others like C++, Java, like other stuff, Fortran, and just show them fun things we can do with computing, and also to get more females involved.
Yeah.
in a STEM major.
And you keep saying we, so is it like people in the department at FSU? Is it like an FSU summer camp, or it's more like a Tallahassee thing that you created with friends?
So it's a FSU summer camp built from our department. The leader of it is Ashley Gannon. She is also in my cohort, a fellow scientific computing student. She's about to graduate, so she's kind of looking like who she can, keep it going. And then we also do this with Darren Sagal. She's also in our department, and then we both work together studying fire dynamics at GFDI.
You're about to graduate with your master. What are you most looking forward?
After graduating, just taking a break, do a little bit of traveling. I'm heading to SIGGRAPH in Vancouver, Canada for a conference. So never traveled internationally, so that'll be fun. SIGGRAPH is a big computer graphics conference, so I'm looking forward to looking at what's happening. Recently, we have the big progression of Meta, so I want to see what's going on with that. See what other things that they're doing with computer graphics and GPUs, and then getting started with my PhD and kind of seeing what other ways I can collaborate with other departments. That's one thing that's big with our department, like interdisciplinary studies and working with different groups to create things. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for your time. It was great to learn more about you and about your passions and about this summer camp. I didn't know FSU had summer camps. So that was good to know more about the university.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.